Your apartment building is tucked in a faraway corner of the town, as though it wished no one would find it. An odd dissonance fills you whenever you return to this part of the town. In contrast to the rest of the town, this place is devoid of businesses, or life for that matter. A dead end is one way to put it. Not that you're complaining. You walk up the flight of stairs to the first floor where your room is. The screeching of a singing contest on the TV from the room below you accompanies your climb. A typical apartment owner, an elderly man of few words, he is content as long as you pay your rent on time and don't stir up any trouble. Your key fits into the doorknob and you enter your room. Honey, I'm home. The silence of your mildly furnished apartment welcomes you back. Your current living arrangements are a far cry from what you had back in the Underworld. The current unit you live in has the very basic accommodations. One living room that doubles as your bedroom and dining room, one washroom with a shower head that only sprays cold water, a washing machine, and a toilet next to it. Then there's a tight space kitchen that just barely accommodates you and the relic of a refrigerator. And yet this is all you could ever ask for. Dropping your bag on the floor, you walk over to the beanbag in front of the TV to start up your console. I should probably do my laundry while I shower later, but first, let's squeeze in one round of dailies. That's the last you think of your laundry, or chores for that matter, for the rest of the day. A portal tears open within the break room of the demon generals. Fortis stumbles out of the portal with shaky steps, drained of energy. He props himself up against the nearby door frame in defiance of the gravity pushing him towards the floor. The weight of 3 months of non-stop work is visibly chipped away at the demon's strength. Fortis steadies himself. Get. He slaps himself. He slaps himself again. Together. Come on, if you're down, the staff won't work. Got to keep the energy up. Just get your coffee and get back into the torture floor. After psyching himself up, he briskly enters the pantry. The dust lingering in the air chokes Fortis. The pantry is hardly used these days, to say the least. Fortis walks over to the countertop, picking up his red mug. His other fellow general allies' cups have remained untouched ever since Vendrick's coup. He bends down to get the instant coffee from the lower cabinet, but notices a translucent hand sticking out from the side. It's one of Amar's extra appendages. Wait, if he's hiding in here, that means he shouldn't be here. He devises a plan to make the other general reveal himself willingly. Fortis walks over to the nearby fridge and pulls out a bottle of lemon soda. On the side of the bottle is a note that reads, "Property of Amar." This fridge is full. I should probably throw some stuff out like this bottle of soda that nobody ever drinks. No! Fahrenheit! He knocks his head against the ceiling of the cabinet while trying to come out of it. Pulling himself up, he walks over to Fortis, one of the extra hands rubbing his head to soothe the pain. Amar snatches the bottle from Fortis and hisses at him. Can't you see whose name is on the bottle? Whoa, calm down there, buddy. I was just joking. The cat demon faces Fortis, a scowl still plastered on his face. What were you doing down here? Looking for inspiration for the new projects Vendrick's got you on? Amar scoffs. As if. I just needed some space where Vendrick's goons can't find me. They keep hovering over me while I work. Then how did you get down here? Easy. I painted my face on a sack of bolts and played a tape of me knocking metal. You're kidding. Amar raises an eyebrow at Fortis. Oh, well, you better get back soon. They'll cause trouble again if they find out that you're missing. Not until I come up with some new idea to take Vendrick down. Fortis lets out an exhausted sigh. This isn't the first time the scientist has been plotting against their new leader. Somehow, just knowing that Amar is still adamant about fighting back stings Fortis's heart. You mean you've seen the coffee? Here. He pulls the bottle of instant coffee from his belt and passes it to Fortis. Don't use it all. It's one of the key catalysts for the weapon I'm building. Fortis keeps quiet and returns to the coffee machine. He pours the instant mix into the machine and turns it on. The grumbling of the machine reverberates through the pantry. Amar. He turns to his companion, unable to maintain his facade that everything is fine. Don't you think it'd be easier if you just do as Vendrick says? Oh no, don't tell me you're taking his side. That's not what I mean. You didn't forget what happened last time you tried to launch your rebellion against Vendrick, did you? Don't you dare accuse me of forgetting. I watched every demon that went through his new re-education program. Their lives got sucked out of their eyeballs because of those non-stop reruns of the HR training video. By the end, they were practically empty husks of themselves. Then why are you still doing this? Because I'm doing what's right. Kobu's out there and he's the demon lord, not Vendrick. We need to fight back or he'll turn this whole company to a new hell for demons. You're supposed to be helping me. Fortis clenches his fist. Amar's questioning begins to fade as the sound of his pounding heart is all that reaches his ears. He quivers during his response. I can't. I'm sorry. The pit of shame in Fortis's heart stops him from going after his friend. He stands alone, a shadow of the proud demon he once was. Today you have the evening shift, the prime quiet time when the working masses are already on their way home after a long day of work. There are usually less customers around this time, so you just sit behind the counter with your phone out to watch some videos absentmindedly. This time you're hooked on a series of videos about people going around visiting haunted houses. They even show scenes of them supposedly getting haunted by spirits and demons. You can't help but cackle every time they overreact to something happening in the house, if there's actually anything happening at all. Man, how do you watch those videos and laugh every time? They're hilarious. Look at this one where he thinks he's being possessed and is now scooting his butt all over the floor. No thank you. I gotta head out for a bit and deal with something at the bank. You mind watching the store while I'm gone? You can count on me. You salute King playfully. He smiles and heads out the store. Enough time passes for you to watch a few more. Ding dong bing bong. Oh, a customer. You flip your phone face down and stand ready behind the cash register. Welcome to Sunny Fruits, the family market. The customer struts into the shop with a cool confidence that instantly draws you to him. His golden fur appears lighter than air as it sways with every step he takes. You gulp as he approaches the counter. Hello. He gives you a look of amusement one would give a pet that has done something silly. Hi. You feel your left hand instinctively raising to wave at him, but you grab it with your other hand to stop yourself. Can I help you? Why, I hope so. I'm looking for someone very important. He looks at the array of candy bars on the countertop with a furrowed brow, as though fascinated by something so foreign. Okay. I'm looking for a demon lord. Your smile shatters and you feel your veins turn icy cold. He notices your reaction and smiles. Hello, Lord Kobu. You look heavier than you were in your photo. Crap. The alarms in your head are blaring. Vendrick sent someone to finish you off. Your brain tries to formulate a plan, but all you can think about is running. What do I do? The left side of your lip twitches as you force yourself to maintain a poker face. Sir, I think you got the wrong person. I'm just a clerk here, but we do sell comics and manga. Maybe there's something over there about a demon lord? The dog rolls his eyes. I assure you, I never make mistakes. I have to uphold my employer's name after all. Now, enough games. You're coming with me. You start backing away slowly. In your head, you consider your options. You could jump over the counter and make a run for it, but then you remember the extra weight you've put on. Fighting him won't be an option either. Without your powers, fighting a demon would be like putting a child against a storm. Huh? In your state of panic, a male hyena comes into your vision. His frightened eyes mirror yours as he looks at you. What? The realization comes to mind. The doorbell never ringed and the door didn't slide open. He faced straight through it. Get out of the way. The dog raises an eyebrow at the sight of the sudden invader. You watch up bug-eyed as the spectral hyena slams hard against something you cannot see. His body falls to the ground without a sound. Purple cracks form in midair where the hyena's head made contact. The cracks rebuild themselves and disappear as quickly as they appeared. A barrier? You turn to the dog, but he is just as stunned as you are. What the hell is going on? Well, if it isn't clearly obvious, there's a ghost in here. Suddenly, the hyena jumps back to its feet. What the? He backs away a few steps and rushes for the door again. Slam! The ghost collapses again. The ghost collapses once more. Wise guy, eh? His determination does not falter as he runs towards the barrier again and again. Your hunter rests his chin on his head with a confused expression. Why is he doing that? I don't think he knows we can see him. The dog rolls his eyes, annoyed that some unnecessary trouble got in the way of him doing his work. I'm putting an end to this. He raises his right hand and a glowing white feather materializes between his fingertips. With a flick of his wrist, the feather zooms towards the ghost. The ghost's body elongates and warps himself into the shape of a spring, letting the arrow fly straight through and buries itself in the counter like a bolt on a dartboard. Huh? The ghost sniffs at the feather and turns to the dog. He blows a raspberry at the dog. Stay still! Though clearly annoyed, the dog stays rooted in his place, conjuring and tossing feathers relentlessly at his target. The hyena ghost laughs as he continuously dodges the attacks. Up, down, left, right, the ghost leaps from one side of the room to another, all while the dog's feathers can't even graze him. But they're not having any problems hitting every item on display. The ghost runs along the lunch aisle, a barrage of feathers following close after and blasting open each sandwich, bento box, and bag of crisps in their wake. What are you doing? You're pulling at your hair, thinking how you're gonna explain all of this to King. I'm doing my job. No, you're making a mess of the store, and stop using your powers. Someone's gonna see you on the recording. You point to the camera right above you. Such a nuisance. The dog turns and launches a feather that cuts through the camera's wire. You gasp loudly. Ding dong, ring long. The store's front door opens. Oh, what the hell now? The golden retriever ceases his attacks. You turn to the entrance and see a stout boar enter. He is wiping his face with a handkerchief. Visible sweat stains can be seen underneath the boar's armpits. Phew, some weather we're having, welcome to ghostly fruits. Sunny fruits. Sir, please, it's not safe. There's a ghost here. You! The ghost stops leaping about and points at the boar. He grabs a bento box and throws it at him. Look out! He turns swiftly and catches the flying bento box with his bandaged hand. Whoa, you break it, you buy it. You're not taking me alive, but you're not alive. The ghost grabs as many items as he can and chucks them at the boar. His throws are inconsistent, picking up some items and facing through others at random. A bag of flour flies past your head and explodes its contents behind you. Everyone stay back. I can take him. What, kid? Leave it to the professional. Excuse me? The dog's face contorts into a confused frown. Holy shopkeep, catch. The boar tosses the bento box at you and pulls out an empty jar with the label honey on it. He runs forward, dodging flying foodstuffs, until he's closed half the distance with the ghost. Sensing danger, the ghost makes a dash to the right. The boar raises his jar at the ghost and opens the lid. A powerful vortex of light air begins to blow, sucking in the ghost. No, 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 please, no. His screams are muted the moment he's sucked into the jar. Gotcha. The boar seals the jar and turns to look into your dazed eyes. And that's one successful exorcism. You stand dumbfounded by the state of the store. Training clearly never covered how to handle customers this nuts. You really ought to get a raise from having to deal with this. Your heart is thumping fast and is overwhelmed by the torrential waves of fear, dread, and anger. You stomp angrily out the counter and point at the boar. Hey, you! Me? Yes, you. And you too. Oh wait, was that yes, you and you too? You turn to the dog who's watching the scene with cold, annoyed glare. Look at all this mess. You throw your hands in the direction of all the mess and wildly flail your arms in disbelief by what has happened. Someone used to pay for all this, so which of you is it? You point accusingly at the boar, then the dog. Relax, shopkeep. I'm just doing my job. Took me weeks to set up this trap. Trap? You mean you planned this whole thing? You're the whole reason I'm in this mess in the first place? I mean, technically, but you know what they say, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. You scowl at the pig. Okay, here. Maybe this will make you... He reaches for something in his pant pocket and pulls out a fist of glittering black dust. What the... He tosses the dust onto you and the dog. What in the world? The dog takes a step back and shakes his head vigorously. The moment dust hits, your vision blurs and you feel drowsy for a second before you regain your senses.